So, you're gearing up for a job search in the US for 2026? Awesome. But, if you're new to the country, it can feel, well, like a pretty huge challenge. But don't you worry. In the next few minutes, we're going to map out a clear path to success. Let's get right into it.
Starting a job search in a brand new country, it can feel like you're trying to figure out a giant maze with new rules, weird tech, and a completely different culture. If you're feeling overwhelmed, yeah, that is totally normal.
But here's the good news. You are so not alone in this. Think of this explainer as your personal roadmap. We're going to go step by step to turn all that confusion into pure confidence and, most importantly, action. Okay, first things first. Let's talk about the absolute essentials. Seriously, before you even think about your resume, you need what I call the legal keys that unlock the door to pretty much any job in the US. So, there are two key documents you gotta get your head around. First is the EAD, the Employment Authorization Document. That's your official work permit. It basically proves you're allowed to work here. Then, you've got the SSN, your Social Security number. That's for all the payroll and tax stuff. Any employer is going to ask for both, no exceptions. Getting your SSN is a pretty clear process. First, you have to get that EAD in your hands. Can't do anything without it. Once you have it, you fill out the application, gather up all your original documents, and I mean original, no photocopies, and then you'll go to an in-person appointment at a Social Security office. And listen up. Here is a really critical update for 2026 you absolutely need to know. The validity period for a lot of work permits has actually been shortened to about 18 months. What does that mean for you? It means you have to be way more proactive about renewing your documents so you don't have any gaps in your work authorization.
All right, once you've got your legal keys secured, it's time to build your personal job search toolkit. This is all about getting your materials ready to make the best possible first impression on US employers.
So, here's a fun fact about the US job market. Your first hurdle is often a robot. Seriously, it's called an applicant tracking system, or ATS, and it's software that scans your resume looking for specific keywords. If your resume doesn't have the right words from the job description, a real human hiring manager might never even see it. That means you've got to tailor your resume specifically for the US market. Start with a really strong summary right at the top. Sprinkle in those keywords from the job posting. And focus on your achievements. What did you accomplish, not just what you did? And this is a big one. Leave off personal stuff like a photo, your age, or marital status. That's just the standard here. Got a degree from back home? Getting it evaluated by a service like WES is a total game changer. It basically translates your education into its US equivalent. It gives hiring managers something they immediately recognize and trust, kind of like a Made in America stamp of approval.
Now that your toolkit is all ready to go, just remember, a job search is not a solo mission. Building a support team around you is honestly one of the most powerful things you can do.
Think about this for a second. An incredible 85% of all jobs in the US are filled through networking. 85%! That's why connecting with people is just as important as applying online. It really is about who you know and who knows you.
A fantastic and completely free resource for you is your local American Job Center. These are government-funded centers, they're all over the country, and they offer everything from resume help to interview prep, all at absolutely no cost.
And there are also some incredible nonprofits whose whole mission is to help you succeed. Upwardly Global, for instance, is amazing at helping skilled immigrants get back into their professional fields. USLO has great resources for settling in, and local centers, well, they provide that vital community connection.
So, you've got your toolkit, you've got your support team. Now for the big question, right? Where are the jobs? Let's zoom in on the sectors with the highest demand as we head into 2026.
Because of an aging workforce and all the shifts from the pandemic, there are these huge labor shortages that are creating massive opportunities for newcomers. As you can see, sectors like healthcare support, construction, logistics, and hospitality are hiring like crazy, and they really value the skills you bring to the table.
And the data totally backs this up. Immigrants are a vital part of the workforce in these key areas. Take construction, for example. Non-citizens are almost 3 times more likely to be employed there than US-born workers. That just shows you where the demand is strongest. Okay, when you're searching online, using specialized platforms can save you a ton of time. If you're a skilled professional, Upwardly Global is a must. If you need a company to sponsor your visa, a site like Scale.jobs or My Visa Jobs can help you target companies that actually do that. And for recent grads, Handshake is definitely the place to be. All right, we've covered your legal keys, your toolkit, your support team, and where to look. Now, let's bring it all together into one clear action plan for your success. Here it is, your 4-step path to success. Step 1, secure your legal keys. Step 2, build your US-style toolkit. Step 3, connect with your network. And Step 4, target those high-demand jobs. You follow these steps, and you'll be well on your way. And remember, U.S. employers are really starting to recognize the value that global talent brings. As the CEO of Accenture, a massive global company, puts it, immigrant talent makes companies better and more innovative. Your background is a huge asset. And that leaves us with one final question for you to think about. Instead of seeing your international background as a hurdle to overcome, how can you flip that? How can you position it as your unique competitive advantage in the 2026 job market? Your journey is your strength. Good luck out there.